Dennis Allerheiligen is our Synod Vice President. He's now going to give his report. Dennis?
It's great to be with you. It has been a quick 4 years as your VP. I've enjoyed this immensely, even though my hair is falling and I'm grayer. I've had the opportunity to meet a lot of neat people, very nice people in your congregations in the Central State Synod and church-wide. I've been blessed. I have to admit, when I started the journey 4 years ago as your VP, I was pretty naive about the ELCA and how it worked. Needless to say, I've learned a lot in 4 years, even though I am a baptized and confirmed Lutheran. I did not have a clue as to how many committees there are in the Central State Synod. I didn't say church-wide, I said Central States Synod. I encourage you all of you to go to our website and learn more about your Lutheranism. Join a committee at your church or at the synod level. It's hard to get nominees. As Pat had presented to you, there are opportunities for you to become part of your Central State Synod. I encourage you to do that. Let me talk about some committees. For example, did you know we have a companion synod in Russia and Papua New Guinea? I've been told it's a long, long train ride from Moscow. Just ask Yuri Teskey. Do you know we have a compensation committee? We have a constitution committee. Most of you probably know Susan Candia by now, as you worked on your constitutions. Church and Society Committee. Did you know we have campus ministries? We have 3 of them. WashU, KU, K-State. Yeah, I've been told that K-State is probably the best one. Where are you, Sean Norris? I apologize. And I can't wait to meet, pardon me? I can't wait to meet our new WashU representative, soon to be announced. Let me go back to constitutions. We have a candidacy committee. Just think how we would not survive without that group led by Keith Holy, Dave Moreski, and Don Bockelman. Oh, I had to mention that one because my wife is on it. We have a resolutions committee, a PMA committee, Parish Ministry Associates. We have a MAP team, Mission Action Planning team, an MEF committee, Mission Endowment Fund committee. I was introduced to that one very, very quickly. During my first executive meeting that I chaired, I asked Scott Schulte, our treasurer, I said, what's MEF? What do they do? He said, we manage the money of the endowment and give it away. Who's on that committee? I said. He said, looked me in the eye and he says, you are. And guess what? I've enjoyed that so much, I've re-upped for 3 more years. Scott, thanks for your leadership on that committee. I could go on for a few more minutes on committees, but Don and Sandy gave me 10 minutes to talk, so I better move on. So please go to our website and explore all that we do at CSS. Yes, I've gained a boatload of knowledge about our ministry, but I want to thank all of you who are on committees now. Thank you for your hours spent and your travel you do. I've noticed one thing, though. We tend to use letters a lot to describe our committees and their work. When I started attending weekly staff meetings at the Synod office, I kept hearing these groups like PMA, AIM, AIM, MSP, TEAM, TEEM, OLFC, CUD, SOC. Whoa. Finally, I said, wait, what is CUD? Susan explained to me it stood for Congregations Under Development. Okay, so I said, what's SOC? Well, SOC is synodically authorized worshiping community. Oh. Did you know we have 7 of those? 7. Yeah. We have Garden City, Dodge City, Wichita, KC Metro 2, St. Joe, Missouri, and St. Louis, and growing, we hope. And I said, what about the other one, OLFC? Oh, she said, that's on leave from call. Oh, okay. Okay, so maybe I should come up with a catchy letter name. So I addressed the assembly last year. If you were there, I introduced the EFC, not to be confused with the KFC. That's the Election Facilitation Committee. That's pretty catchy, right? Not really. Most of you know I'm not that smart. Churchwide guys and gals came up with that one. It's to assist the synods with a toolkit to process what we're going through today, which is the bishop's election. You know, when I formed that committee, I was looking for people that could help me, and I found them. I found that committee, and I want to introduce those to you now. As I call your name, please stand and stay standing, please. Pastor Michael Brecky, Jane Berta, Pastor Elizabeth Cummings, Jim Dahlbeck, and he is chairing our ballot counting committee, Linda Lockhart, and she's handling credentials for us, Bishop Emeritus Dr. Charles Maas, my golf partner, Pastor Marie Sager, Bob Schroeder. Say some prayers for Bob. He's currently in the hospital, pretty ill. Jenny Schuler, I don't believe she's with us today. Pastor David Stroman, Alan Walter, PMA. Pastor Stephen Zeller. Thank you, team. This team has spent a lot of hours on Zoom conference calls, so no money came out of your pocket for travel expenses. We did a lot of Zoom talk about the election toolkit for the past 10 months. We developed a synod-wide survey, which some of you have taken. Your Synod Council developed a site profile. Yes, we have to, as Bill Horn mentioned, we have to make this a call process. So we had to do a site profile. We asked and received for names of potential candidates so we could learn about them before you arrived. Like I mentioned, these steps have taken a little over 10 months to reach this point at this time. Thank you, EFC team. Next, I would like to introduce your Synod Council because they make most of your decisions as they go through the process of studying what's going on and voting on that process. I'd like to have those people stand, the Synod Council. Susan Boxberger, Chelsea Dinas, Pastor Kristen Koch, Tom Nelson, Pastor Chad Langdon, who's secretary, Daniel Lillenkamp, Linda Lockhart, Pastor Lorna Paulus, Scott Schulte, our treasurer, Pastor David Stroman, Deacon Mindy Tilburg, Terrence Freeman, and Grace Van Oy. Thank you for being with us. Your council makes a lot of important decisions, like I mentioned before, and I encourage you to get to know them. Get to know them and thank them for their work. It's 3 years, some re-up, like Linda, and others. Dan Freeberg, you were 6 years with us. I saw him earlier today. It's a great experience to be on the council, and you get a great education like I have. I'd like to finally thank our staff. Tim Anderson, Don Bockelman, and Sandy Montal. Are they in the room? I know Tim is, but those folks have done a tremendous amount of work to get this organized. And guess what? We are in St. Louis next year, and Monday morning they start with that process. So it's a year-long process. Thank you for that, staff. Also, I'd like to recognize the Bishop's Associates who have really, really helped me in the last 4 years to do the job that I have done. I thought I'd really, really appreciate their help. It's Pastor Susan Candia, Pastor Keith Holy, Pastor Dr. Donna Simon. Thank you for all you have done for me. And thank you, finally, to Bishop Roger. Enjoy your retirement, and most of all, have some fabulous, safe rides on that Harley. Thank you all.